Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're getting back to basics. Really fundamental stuff in English. Greetings.
Yeah, absolutely. The absolute essentials.
Think of it as like the first tools in your kit for connecting with people. We'll focus on hello, hi, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening.
Hmm.
And our mission really is just to get comfortable with these.
Mhm.
Know when and how to use them so you feel confident.
Exactly. They seem simple, maybe too simple sometimes,
hmm
but getting the nuances right, that really helps how you come across.
Okay, so let's start with the big two. Hello and hi. They seem pretty interchangeable.
They often are, yeah. You can use them pretty much any time of day. They're your go-to greetings.
Is there maybe a subtle difference, though, like in feeling?
There can be, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, hello sometimes feels a touch more formal, maybe in a business meeting or if you're meeting someone totally new,
Right, a bit more buttoned up.
kind of, whereas hi is usually seen as more casual.
Hmm.
Great for friends, quick chats, that sort of thing.
Okay. And sometimes you hear even more casual stuff like, hey,
Oh, definitely. Hey, what's up? But those are usually for very relaxed situations. We're sticking to the core ones today.
got it. So, hello, maybe a bit more formal. Hi, bit more casual. Good distinction.
Hmm.
Okay, moving on to the ones that depend on the clock. Good morning. What's the window for that one?
Generally, good morning is used from whenever you start your day, basically,
Hmm.
up until noon, before lunch.
Makes sense. Beginning of the day.
Right. Connects to that feeling of starting fresh.
And then afternoon hits.
Then you switch over to good afternoon. That usually covers the time from midday, say noon, until around 5 p.m., maybe 6 p.m., depending on the season and context.
Okay, the main chunk of the working day for many people.
Pretty much, yeah. When things are usually in full swing.
And then as the day starts to wind down.
That's when good evening comes in, usually from about 5 or 6 p.m. onwards through the evening.
Right, until it gets really late.
Exactly. And it's worth pointing out, good night isn't really a greeting in the same way.
Ah, good point. Yeah.
Good night is almost always used when you're leaving somewhere late in the evening or literally going to bed. It's a farewell.
Not something you'd say when you arrive at an evening event.
No, definitely not. You'd use good evening for that.
Okay, that's a super helpful clarification. So we've got these different greetings for different times. How about a quick example? Like if I just walk up and say, hello.
A really common reply would just be, hi, back.
Hmm.
Simple, direct.
Okay. And if I then ask, how are you?
The standard response is usually something like, I'm good, thank you, and you. Or maybe, fine, thanks, how about you? Keeps the conversation going.
Right, polite back and forth. And I could just say, I'm fine, thanks. Easy enough.
Yep, that's the basic structure.
Let's try a slightly fuller one, maybe two friends bumping into each other.
Sure. So person A could start with maybe, hello, good morning, combining the general and the time specific.
Okay, nice. And person B.
Might reply with, hi, good morning, how are you? Kind of mirroring that structure. Very friendly.
Then person A answers the, how are you? I'm fine, thank you. And you?
And person B comes back with, I'm good too, thanks. Or maybe, doing well, thanks.
And maybe add something like, it's nice to see you.
Yeah, definitely. To which person B could say, nice to see you too, have a great day. Just wrapping it up nicely.
And person A finishes with, you too, bye. Simple, quick, friendly.
Exactly. It shows how these seemingly small phrases build that quick connection.
It really does. So the big question then is, how do you actually get comfortable using these naturally? It's one thing to know them.
And another to have them roll off the tongue.
Exactly.
Honestly, it just comes down to practice. Saying them out loud. Maybe even just to yourself at first.
Yeah, like rehearsing it a bit.
Kind of. The more you do it, the more automatic it becomes. You don't have to stop and think, okay, it's 11 a.m., must use.
Right. It just comes out building that muscle memory almost.
Precisely. And feeling confident with these basics, it frees up your mental energy to focus on the harder parts of the conversation later.
That makes a lot of sense. So, quick recap then. Hello and hi are your anytime greetings, maybe slightly different levels of formality. Then good morning before noon, good afternoon, from noon till around 5-ish, and good evening after that.
Yep. And remembering that good night is for saying goodbye late in the day.
The key takeaway seems to be pay attention to the time and the context.
Absolutely. That's the core of it.
So here's maybe a final thought for you listening. We've covered the basics, right? But how might culture play into this? Are there places or situations where even these common greetings might have a slightly different flavor or usage?
That's a great point. Language is always tied to culture. Thinking about those potential nuances, it really encourages you to keep observing and learning beyond just the dictionary definitions.
Definitely something interesting to consider as you keep exploring English communication.
Indeed.
Well, thanks for digging into these essential greetings with us today. We'll catch you on the next deep dive.